Good morning, y'all. How the heck are you? Welcome to my channel. This is Kimmy's Real Adventures and Stuff. Oh boy, look at my hair. I gotta do my roots. I'm such a slacker. Anyway, this is Kimmy's Real Adventures and Stuff on Thursday, July 14th of 2020. Where has this year gone, right? Anyway, this vlog will be continued reading of Dear Los Angeles. I love LA. Anyway, I'm going to pick up where I left off on this book, and I'm starting with January the 4th, 1928. Join me, will you, as I read of excerpts from different people over the years. That's what this is about. The city in diaries and poems, or diaries and letters, from 1542 to 2018. It's a really good read. I highly recommend it, so go ahead and pick up this book by David Kipen. I got it on eBay. That's where I get an awful lot of stuff. Check it out. Okay, we're picking up January 4th, 1928. It is precisely a week ago that we suffered a fright with Miguel, here we go again with words I can't pronounce. Miguelito, I guess that's his name. He was crossing the street nearby when he was hit by a car. Even though it was not serious, it wasn't without consequences, for the car passed over him and dragged him a good stretch. Oh my. It seems that perhaps he will come out of it with only slight bruises and contusions that have kept him in bed for a couple of days. He now gets around with a bit of a limp, somewhat like Don Cuco. Don Cuco, like the Mexican restaurant, which is really good, by the way. Another recommendation from me. I love Mexican food. Don Cuco's is really good, especially the tostada salad. Lola did go through a terrible ordeal. Since I wasn't there when it all happened, she went out to see what was going on, and there she found only his shoes and was told her boy had been carried away dead and had been taken to the hospital. And so she returned with his shoes in hand and with her heart in pieces. We immediately telephoned to find out which hospital they had taken him to so we could go see him, when the man arrived with him very much alive. That entry was by Dolores Venegas to her family. January 4th, 1928. I wish I could see you. It has been many years since we saw each other. We are very happy because Dad has a store. When I was going to buy tortillas, I was struck by a car that dragged me about 10 blocks. My dad is thinking how we can return and be together again with my Aunt Anita and with all of you. This entry, Jose Miguel Venegas to his family. I'm thinking that's the same kid that was part of a hit and run here on January 4th. But they're both the same year, so I'm not understanding how he can say it's been many years since we saw each other. I'm confused there. Okay, here we go, January 4th, 1985. I can't make the city what I want it to be, and I can't stop wishing it were something else. I cannot, nor have I ever really accepted it. So San Francisco again emerges as the compromise? But no, that's not really where my thoughts are going, for now I feel homeless, not here inside my room, but almost everywhere else in the city I feel like a tourist, not a resident, but I have all these deja vus. Entry, Aaron Paley. January 5th, 1776. The converted Indians of this mission appear to be gentle, friendly, and of good heart. The men are of medium stature, and women being somewhat smaller, round-faced, flat-faced, and rather ugly. The costume of the men in heathendom is total nakedness, while the women wear a bit of a deerskin with which they cover themselves, and likewise an occasional cloak of beaver or rabbit skin, although the fathers endeavor to clothe the converted Indians with something as best as they can. The method which the fathers observe in the conversion, not to oblige anyone to become a Christian, admitting only those who voluntarily offer themselves, as this they do in following manner. Since these Indians are accustomed to live in the fields and the hills like beasts, the fathers require that if they wish to be Christians, they shall no longer go to the forest, but must live in the mission. If they leave the rancheria, as they call the little village of huts and houses of the Indians, they will go to seek them and will punish them. Well, that doesn't seem right. That's not how you should be as a Christian. You shouldn't think you have control over other people. That's not how it works. With this, they begin to catechize the heathen who voluntarily come, teaching them to make the signs of the cross and other things necessary if they persevere in the catechism for 2 or 3 months and in the same frame of mind. When they are instructed, they proceed to baptize them. If any Indian wishes to go to the mountain to see his relatives or to hunt acorns, they give him permission for a specific number of days. As a rule, they do not fail to return, and sometimes they come bringing heathen relatives who remain for the catechism, either through the examples of others or attracted by the pozole, which they like better than their herbs and their foods of the mountain. So these Indians are usually caught by the mouth. And that was from January the 5th? January the 5th, 1776. Sounds brutal. January 5th, 1853. Gardening all these days, the flowers transplanted last month. Oh, that last entry was by Father Pedro Font. Did I say that? I don't remember. I'm such a dingling. Okay. 1853, January 5th. Gardening all these days, the flowers transplanted last month, all flourishing seeds. Sown last month, coming up, pink poppy, larkspur, peas and turnips. Sown middle of December, coming up finely. On the second Sunday, we walked to the hills and transplanted a few of the wild yellow violets. A large congregation at church, an unusual number of men, perhaps the effect of good resolutions at the beginning of the year. Mr. Barker spent 6 months at the Tejon trading with the Indians who reside there. These, he says, were not engaged in the hostilities of the Four Creeks in the 1850 to 1851. As proof of their present friendship, I may state that some 2 weeks ago they took a band of horses from Sonorians that had stolen them and delivered them up to their owner here. They say that one of the Sonorians was a notorious outlaw, Joaquin Murrieta. That entry, Judge Benjamin Hayes. January 5th, 1860, Tomas, an Indian, was sentenced to be executed on the 17th day of September last, but escaped from jail just prior to that day. He was subsequently retaken and on the 4th day of December 1 appointed the 31st of January for his execution. He had, in cold blood, killed his wife and daughter at the Tejon Reservation to which he belonged. On the morning of the day of execution, a strong feeling began to pervade the community in reference to this prisoner, expressing the opinion that his mind appeared to be not above idiocry, I-D-I-O-C-Y. I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. Or that he was just insane. An application being made to me under our statute, I gave order concurring in the summons by the sheriff of a jury of 12 persons to determine upon his supposed insanity. According by 2 p.m., the inquisition was concluded that the jury found him to be sane, contrary to my expectation, and as it seemed to me, to the expectation and wishes of a large number of people who were in attendance. A feeling of awe appeared to rest upon society, of doubt and fear, lest this poor man, after all, should have been found guilty. Originally, when insane or executed in that state, even if conviction was right, I confess I could not help now and then participating in this solemn feeling of all around me. The Los Angeles Star gave the following brief account of this execution. Execution in big bold letters. On Tuesday last, a miserable, imbecile-looking creature, Tomas, an Indian, was executed in the jail yard for the murder of his mother and wife. Now, I think they made a boo-boo, because earlier in the entry, it said his wife and daughter. So that entry was, again, by Judge Benjamin Hayes. I think there was a boo-boo. But it is clear that he killed his daughter. Yeah, earlier in the entry it said wife and daughter. Here it said for the murder of his mother and his wife. Okay, I'm confused again. And that's pretty easy to do to confuse me. January 5th, 1942. At around 4, the doorbell rang. It was two neatly dressed Americans about 30 years of age. They said, "There is something we want to ask." Aoki, A-O-I-K-I, Aoki. I called Sakiko, S-A-C-H-I-K-O, and told her, "Go get Father and Mr. Onodera's place. Go get Father from Mr. Onodera's place, O-N-O-D-E-R-A. Sakiko said, "Okay," and in her cheerful way as usual, she took off, walking like she was jumping sideways, so I hurriedly ran down to the front stone steps and caught up with her. In rapid Japanese, I told her, "They are FBI. Father is going to be investigated, so keep that in mind." She said, "What?" And the little girl's face was always shining, white with Heath, suddenly went pale and turned blue. And with tears in her eyes, she took off running. After a short while, my husband came home, and with my husband, we sat at the table facing the two Americans. The two Americans rose slightly and said, "This is who we are." And they opened up their coat and showed us their FBI badges and let loose the first arrows of questions. That entry by Aoki Hisa, A-O-K-I-H-I-S-A. I just love it when I'm reading and I get words and names I can't pronounce. Do they do that on purpose? And I hope you're still watching the vlog. I'm trying to be exciting and intriguing. This book is intriguing if I could pronounce the darn words. Okay, January 5th, 1977. Read a magazine quiz compiled by experts on, here we go again, geriatric subjects, Geriatric, geriatric, is that how you say it? Okay, January 5th, 1977, read a magazine quiz compiled by experts on geriatric subjects, which purports to predict your life expectancy on the basis of your answers to a question about habits and general way of life. I answer with scrupulous accuracy. Should I have more coffee? Yes. And discover that I shall be dead in May. That entry, Kenneth Tynan. Okay, January 6th, 1931. Here in Pasadena is like paradise, always sunshine and clear air, gardens with palm and pepper trees, and friendly people who smile at one and ask for autographs. Entry by Albert Einstein. I think I like that one. And Pasadena is a very nice area, so if you're ever in Southern California, check out Pasadena. Okay, that's going to conclude today's vlog on Dear Los Angeles by David Kippen. And the next vlog I will pick up will be January the 7th, 1861. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Or if I bored you to sleep, that might be a good thing too. Yeah, if you want boring videos, stay tuned. If you need something to help you go to sleep, watch my videos. Anyway, if you like this video, click the like, hit the subscribe for more boring videos. Drop a comment in the comments section and let me know what other kind of boring videos you want to see. I need to get my butt outside and start filming outside again. Since I've had a lot of back problems lately, it's not easy for me to get outside all the time, but I know I should because the exercise is good for me. And I need to do more Randonaut videos, even though they've been a bust. But it's still fun. And I need to get out there and do some paranormal videos as well. All right. Ciao. Stay goofy as me. See ya.